Excuse me. Chairman Scott, Ranking Member Gillibrand, and members of the committee, thank you for this opportunity. My name is James Balda, President and CEO of Argentum, the leading national association representing senior living, including independent living, assisted living, and memory care, where over 2 million seniors are overwhelmingly satisfied with calling our communities home. Argentum commends you, Senator, and Senator Smith and Senator Warnock on the introduction of the Senior Act and for holding this important hearing. You all know, which is why we're here today, that loneliness is an epidemic among our nation's elderly. As many as 50% experience it, and the physical, mental, and cognitive consequences can be devastating and overwhelming, particularly for those with some form of dementia. The toll of loneliness impacts an individual's quality of life and adds an ever-escalating cost to our healthcare system. As has already been mentioned, the former Surgeon General outlined the health consequences of loneliness. And the Harvard-Stanford AARP study also recognized the costs of that loneliness. The Alzheimer's Association has identified that loneliness increases the risk of dementia by over 50%, which in turn translates to over $230 billion in Medicare and Medicaid expenses annually, which is projected to increase by over 200% by 2050. And while these data points are staggering, the personal impact is often tragic, reducing the quality of life for seniors and putting a strain on caregivers and loved ones. But there is a common sense solution, offering seniors greater opportunities for support and engagement. Socialization is a crucial aspect of healthy aging. It promotes a sense of purpose and connection with others and significantly improves the mental, cognitive, and physical health of seniors. We see this every day in senior living communities, where residents become friends and friends ultimately become family. Our assisted living model, which is predominantly private pay and supports all activities of daily living, was created to allow seniors to thrive. It strives to recognize the importance of dignity, choice, and community to keep them living as independently for as long as possible and providing them with a sense of purpose and belonging, and providing them with a wide range of social and interactive activities, such as gardening, educational programs, tours, exercise classes, book clubs, and so much more. The social atmosphere of assisted living actually decreases loneliness. A national survey of more than 130,000 assisted living residents based on the UCLA loneliness score identified that just 14% of seniors identify themselves as being lonely living in an assisted living community, compared to nearly 30% in the broader community. Just yesterday, U.S. News reported that about 2/3 of seniors said loneliness or isolation contributed to a decline in their health before they moved into a senior living community, but that 61% of residents say their feelings of loneliness or isolation improved after moving in. Mr. Chairman, we believe our communities offer many opportunities for seniors to combat loneliness, but we know more can be done and more needs to be done outside the four walls of our buildings. That's why Argentum commends you on taking the important step of introducing the Senior Act. This bill will take critical steps to address the epidemic of senior loneliness by promoting key programs specifically designed to support seniors. Additionally, the requirement to direct the Secretary of HHS to focus on the importance of multi-generational relationships to mental health and loneliness is incredibly significant. Argentum is also pleased to support House Resolution 1812, the Care Across Generations Act, a bipartisan bill that will create opportunities for intergenerational connection through the establishment of a grant program for assisted living and long-term care settings to co-locate a child care facility with the senior community. We believe the benefits to both seniors and children will be invaluable. And I can speak firsthand to the value of intergenerational programs, whether it's the experiences my children have shared volunteering in a senior living community or through stories told to me by my wife about one of her first jobs working in a preschool adjacent to an assisted living community. And then there's the benefits of pet therapy, when Buttercup and Sugar Plum, two golden retrievers, visit a memory care center in Maryland and bring the room and residents to life. Or the impact of music therapy on Mary, a lifelong Beatles fan who today is often nonverbal until Let It Be starts playing and she's quickly leading the room in song. And the World War II veteran who became isolated after losing mobility, but after moving into a community, making friends, and accessing physical therapy, received a new lease on life. While these are just a few stories I can share today, these stories are commonplace in our communities. Mr. Chairman, thank you for the hearing and for taking the first steps to break the cycle of loneliness. And we look forward to working with you and the committee on this and other critical issues.